Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 2 vs 2 on Quartra. Over in the Demon Hunter's corner we've got Stranger, and we've got, as his ally, Martin playing as the Orks. On the opposing team we have got the Blast Furnace playing as the Dark Eldar, and his colleague and fellow brother-in-arms, Hamid, as the Chaos Space Marines. So, wait, it's been a while since we've done Ultimate Apocalypse, hasn't it? And a bit of a lack of uploads on the old Discord, but now we've got a whole splooge of casts ready and raring to go, so got at least a good month and a bit's worth of games to go through, so I'm very excited to get back into the swing of this. Now, I don't think we've done this map before. It's quite an interesting map for 2v2. Every team member has got 3 natural strategic points in their base, as well as 1 that they kind of share outside. Yeah, so for these guys they've got 3 here, 3 there, and then their shared 1 is down here. A relic for each team, so only 1 can have the relic units towards the end of the game, as well as a singular critical location in the middle, and 1 strategic point which is up for anyone really, whoever can grab it first. So Orks and Inquisition Demon Hunters, not entirely sure what kind of dynamics these guys bring to bear. I do know that Demon Hunters are quite often referred to as a support faction by some of the players that I've been listening to during the tournament streams that we did many months ago. So I imagine that the Orcs will be taking the brunt of the damage while the Demon Hunters figure out some sort of, I don't know, maybe some like artillery, maybe some long-range doofers going in, so we'll see what they bring to bear. Do have some Mandrakes already going for this contested strategic point in the middle of the map. Some Stormtroopers going to come in, along with some Grot gangs to come in and see what they can do to push these guys off. Probably won't be able to get it. There we go, they're going to leave it be and then turn around to slice away at these Stormtroopers. Grot gang, on the other hand, are going to ignore the combat. Oh no, never mind, they're going to turn around and see if they can push these Mandrakes off. We are going to have a minefield been popped down here, but the Grots will be killed quick, sharpish, before they can even finish that minefield. Some Scholars on the way, Big Mech joining in the fray. There's some Chaos Space Marines. Only 2 models, but in the Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse, the Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines, it's only started 2 models, but they have got a hell of a lot of health, which is something to keep in mind. Watching the first 5 minutes of this cast, I do know that the Chaos Space Marine player, I don't know if he's already researched it, but he has gone for the Khorne tech tree route, I think. So all his heretics will be able to do some worship to Khorne, which, you know, good on him, because Khorne is, I would say, the best god in the universe, just because it's just a fun old time. You go out with the boys, smash some people in the face, simple, family-friendly times. Cultists and the Chaos Lord standing firm against the Big Mech. Big Mech is going to be sliced and diced by this Chaos Lord. He means business and he packs a serious punch in close combat. Slugger Boys and Burners moving in to support. But mind you, it does look like that the Northern team is going to be taking this contested strategic point. And Lord have mercy on my soul, I have no idea what that was. Oh, was it the minefields going off all in one? That might have been it. Don't have Hunculus on the field, firing away with his green doofers, as well as a double complement of Dark Warriors from the Eldar perspective, which do a hell of a lot of damage at range if left to their own devices. Scholars, they do have a protected by ranged attacks by their Psychic Aura. I do know that some people don't like me having the tooltips on the games, but I am doing it for this first one just because it's been ages since I've even opened up Ultimate Apocalypse, so I do need a little bit of extra assistance in knowing what on earth is going on with all these units, because I'm not familiar with a lot of them, even more so than Unification. But yeah, a serious amount of Chaos Space Marines moving upwards and forwards. These guys do quite enjoy getting involved in close combat, more so than your regular Loyalist Marines. I mean, this is actually quite a lot of DPS that Chaos and Dark Eldar are bringing to bear, so I imagine they will be slow but surely pushing these guys off the pitch. Big Mech has managed to survive what's going on the base at the moment while it's going on. Inquisition Watch, Librarians, nothing too crazy from anyone. Yeah, it does seem like everyone's just having their... Nothing too crazy, no mad techs into Tier 2 as of yet. This is just a slog to see who can establish early map dominance, which the Northern team has seemed to have done. But for how long, we shall see. Chaos Space Marines have gone for a couple of flamers. Those beautiful purple flames going off. Stormtroopers over here losing a squad. But all these minefields, man. Gonna pack a serious punch if these guys want to get past them in any way, shape or form. But they do have infiltration detection, so they will be able to shoot them down before crossing over, if they have a mind for it. Oh no, never mind, they're just going to run... The mandrakes are going to suicide into them, and what a wonderful fire texture that was. Do quite like that. So yeah, it looks like the Southerners are taking over this icon of purification. Got some shooter boys armed with 8 big shooters. If you are unfamiliar with Ultimate Apocalypse and you are new to this channel, as I've said a bajillion million times before, Ultimate Apocalypse is all about the spectacle. It's all about bringing the biggest guns and the biggest dudes to bear. And, well, yeah, shooter boys don't normally get like 9 big shooters in the squad, but that's how Ultimate Apocalypse rolls, baby. But Big Mecha's gone down. Shooter boys have lost their morale. They will quickly, swiftly move over. Do you believe that in Ultimate Apocalypse, when you have your morale broken, your movement speed is increased quite dramatically? I know we've got the Dark Eldar pushing into the Ork base, whereas the Chaos Space Marines are going to go towards this relic that the Inquisitional Demon Hunters have. They're also going to have a sniff around at this critical location. Might miss a bit of action, depending on what's going on in the game, just because 2v2s have never been my speciality. My map awareness is not the best thing at the best times. So having 100% more players on the pitch than normal, that's not a vibe for my well-being. There we go. Scholar's been pushed back. A serious amount of Chaos Space Marines on the field. And Hell's Bells, the warrior squads are pushing just straight in. Not giving one iota of care for these Orks. Orks have gone... Well, let's have a quick look at the economies. 110-62 and 77 for the Northern team. So the Ork player is a little bit behind on the economy compared to 108 and 108 for the Chaos Space Marines. So Southerners team got substantially more economy when you take everything into consideration. And they've still got quite a lot of their initial push of an army online, so that's going to be quite difficult for the Orks and Demon Hunters to deal with. But we do have the big shooters, we do have the Storm Boys. We've got 2 squads of shooter boys at the moment. So if they could just keep one at a distance, well, never mind, that's these Chaos Space Marines with their grenades absolutely smashing those Orks once again. Mandrakes, though, not having the best times against these Storm Boys. And mind you, these Storm Boys, if they were supported by something, they would be able to do a fair bit of mischief towards these warriors. But we do have a Razorback transport just flurrying in with a beautiful flame going off, purging heretics and Xenos alike. And at the moment, with no anti-vehicle nonsense to bring to bear against the Razorback transport, will be pushed back, giving the Demon Hunters a little bit of room to breathe. We do have the Chaos Lord being abandoned. Will be sliced and diced by those Storm Boys. They're even taking I mean, mind you, now that I've got some Dark Lance on these warriors, Razorback will have to move backwards, but he's done his job. He's given them a little bit of breathing room. They will blow up and taking out an Ork or 2 for their troubles. And once again, the push back north. It's going to start once more. Another Razorback transport moving in. Storm Boy's going to jump in. Morale's been broken from some Dark Eldar nonsense. Ideal timing for the Dark Eldar, not so much for the Storm Boys themselves. Will be annihilated, quick, sharpish. Razorback, though, once again holding back the tide as best it can. With these... Oh, the Tower of Loathing also looks like it's got a Dark Lance on there as well. What an explosion. Love the smoke effects on there as well. Beautiful stuff. One single Chaos Space Marine, a little bit too extended, will go down. Got some heavy bottle turrets going down here for defensive purposes, no doubt. More Storm Boys being researched and recruited as the shooter boys are once again pushed back from the grenades of these Chaos Space Marines. Anything crazy going on the bases at the moment? Nothing too drastic from the Northern team. Tier 2 for the Dark Eldar, as you can tell by the disco going on in the Cabal Fortress. And look at the range on these Dark Lances. Absolutely devastating from a distance. Then again, these heavy bolters are also doing a fair bit of damage. Pardon me. Do have some tank traps going on around. Aha! Got some tank traps going on around these heavy bolter turrets. Will prevent them being bashed in close combat from the Chaos Space Marines. Rhino transport now with a missile launcher. Going for some area disruption. Look at that, knocking all the boys down as best they can. Metal guns, man, they are no joke whatsoever. They will quickly rinse through the iron hide of the Rhino transport. Not shooter boys, slugger boys. Not even slugger boys. What are these called? Storm boys. They're going to jump in, break the morale of some warriors, while these Rhino transports are firing at a distance. Jump in, jump out. That's what we like to see. Don't overcommit to anything. Got a purification decree going over here. Slows units in a small radius, which is quite useful when people get too close. More Dark Eldar mischief, breaking the morale of anyone and everyone. And this listing post is not the happiest listing post in the world. It hasn't survived for very long in either of its iterations. Some more heavy bottle turrets there. And it does look like the Northern team is stabilising somewhat. Ooh, what are you? You are a Chaos Dreadnought. Let's have a quick look at you. Yeah, quite like that. I think we've seen a Chaos Dreadnought before of a similar model in Dawn of War Pro Mod, I do believe. Very similar model, if not the same. Lots of crossovers with the models in these mods. Everyone working together in unison most of the time. Shooter boys being blasted and castrated by anything and everything. Homunculi also coming in with his big old purple dome. I assume does something. Probably keeps him alive or something. Although, mind you, with all these blowy up bits, probably not doing him all that good. But these warrior squads, man, they are seriously putting in the work. They are. I mean, what with 4 Dark Lances, 8 Dark Lances in total. Really, really hurting these Rhino transports as well as the listening posts. These archivists are doing their best to keep these lads online, but with them being flanked by the Chaos Space Marines, it's not meant for them. Bodyguards on the field, I do believe that these are quite elite units. They do have commander armour, do a hell of a lot of range damage as well. Also able to get an acolyte and other bits and bobs in their units as well. What's the Ork player going for? He's gone for mech. Oh, he's gone for war tracks. Of course. I saw them. Chaos Dreadnought moving forward with his twin-linked las cannon. Full flames are flowing over on those exhaust fumes. What a powerful looking model. Do manage to get a Rhino transport down. And a second one also goes down as well. I'll be honest, I don't know where some of these explosions are even coming from at this point. We'll start building some more heavy bottle turrets. Might want to start upgrading these. There we go. One's upgraded with... 2 of them have been upgraded with... looks like anti-vehicle capabilities. This Dreadnought, though, doesn't mind. He's just in it for the good times. Chaos Dreadnought's known for their disdain for being alive. They quite like being not alive, or at least being unconscious. So we'll happily march into the fire and the fray. And yeah, it's not looking okay for the Northern team. As sad as that makes me say it, there's some icon, or Chaos icon bearers, with their Cornite symbols on them, charging forward. And a big old firefight going on over here. Explosions everywhere you like. These heavy bolter turrets doing their best. We do have a Talos. The mighty Talos coming in and going to slowly but surely float over to something. There we go. Oh, we've got hell's bells. Now we're in trouble. There's 2 Taloses. That is not a happy time for these heavy bolter turrets. And quick work will be made of the icon of purification. Orks that are amassing a decent amount of damage over here. Taking out those 2 icon bearers. Well, this dude is just kind of standing there. He's in shock. He's in awe. He's not ready to leave before he floats into the ground. Just as the Dark Gods command. Talos now going to go for the Astra Telepathica. Nowhere are any denizens of the warp going to be travelling through, using the Emperor's Light to navigate their way. Hamad needs money, don't we all? Eating's expensive these days, boys and girls. And yeah, I'm gonna. If I was a betting man, I'd call it here more or less. I mean, what else can the Orks and the Demon Hunters do? They've got some Grey Knight Interceptors, but like, wonderful models as they are, not exactly going to do much against the mighty Talos. Oh, imagine they've got two models. They're going to go for a Grey Knight Justicar as well. Speaking of Grey Knight Justicars, I started playing Demon Gate recently, which I might be doing some videos on that as a playthrough sometime in the near or distant future, whenever I can be bothered, really. But I think that'd be a fun break from Dawn of War, maybe. We shall see. Whatever the good Lord deems I have time for in the near future. One Talos going down. That's emotional. It was doing so well. Bodyguards. Morale being broken. And Stranger throws out the GG. And there we go. That is the game. Well, I mean, a little bit one-sided after the halfway mark, although the Northern team did manage to secure this side early and a little bit fast. A lot of minefields. Don't know if the minefields did all that much in the grand scheme of things, but they did explode very nicely, which is, from an Orc perspective, all you really want. Anyway, cool. Man, it's been Mr. Landshark. Please always never chop. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace.